Ashton, my darling ex-husband, you'll always be #1 in my book. Couldn't sleep? I thought I was the first one up.
No, good morning, Tracy. Actually, I've been up for hours.
Really? Too glorious a day?
Just another day closer to the quest.
Oh, we're counting the days, are we?
Well, the sooner I sail, the sooner I claim my fortune. I can't wait.
Well, you'll have to.
Oh, Tracy, I wish you'd show just a little more enthusiasm. Mind you, I do understand your preoccupation with claiming your own fortune. Today is the day of the reading of the will.
I can't wait.
Really? Last time I talked to you, you were dreading it.
Oh, well, not any longer. Thanks to Mother, last night she told me I have nothing to worry about. I won't get everything, but there is plenty to go around.
My, how magnanimous of you.
Well, after all, Alan is my brother. He deserves to get something. Oh, speaking of brothers, have you found yours?
I'd almost forgotten that he even existed.
Very dangerous game, my friend. You can sit here counting the days till the quest, but there's still plenty of time for your sibling to show up and sink your ship.
Well, thank you for the caution, Tracy. Mind you, I'm not the least bit worried. Everything is in its proper place. Everything is under control. And unlike you, I have no intention of giving anything to any so-called brother.
Good morning, Mr. Prince.
Oh, good morning, Dr. Bernuti. Watch your step. There's a lot of obstacles here. You might trip.
I realize that you have your work to do, but I have mine, and it's impossible under these conditions.
So I'm sorry if all this disturbs you, but these are provisions needed for the voyage.
Yes, I understand, but it is too distracting. When Lord Ashton arrives, would you tell him we'll work at my hotel today?
Certainly. And you better find that dragonbone and emerald. Domino is running out of patience. You can find it. I know you can.
If only I had your strength and confidence.
You got plenty of your own. Just use it. It's only a matter of days before we blow Ashton and his dirty little secrets right out of the water. Then I'll have what is rightfully mine. Now go on. I'll give Lord Ashton your message.
Come on, guys, get out of the way.
Port side,
Where do you want the booze, Mac?
Right over here.
Okay. Go after this and go down real easy. Worth its weight in gold.
You know, if Ashton doesn't sail soon, he'd better not sail at all, because time is of the essence here.
Didn't realize it was such an important factor.
It's where the dragonbone and the emerald fit in. Before we get to that, I asked you both last night to figure out a way we could get our hands on them. Any luck?
I came up with zilch, sorry.
I'm sorry, I didn't find anything either.
I may have hit upon something, but I'm really not too sure. But before we can bag our big fish, so to speak, we have to be certain that Charlie and Yasmin aren't too far ahead of us.
Meaning what?
Meaning, if they have found out where Ashton has hidden the dragon bone and deliver it to Domino, we are in big trouble.
Well, then we just have to get to it first, don't we?
Come on, Colton, that's easier said than done. You know, you two have to remember that we are playing a very dangerous game here. So we have to be very sure and very careful of every move we make. Before we can go forward, maybe we should back up a bit.
Well, it's hard to know where you're going if you don't know where you stand.
Yeah.
Smart lady.
Well, it's going to take a hell of a lot more than smarts to pull this one off.
Go on, what were you going to say?
What I was going to say was that when Yasmin and I studied the scrolls that the dragonbone was wrapped in, we made our first discovery. And according to ancient calculations, there's a certain period of time during the month of May of this year that anyone would be able to find the lost civilization, right?
Once the island is located.
Right, because at that time, the sun and the stars are in a certain configuration. And we use the dragon bone and the emerald as a sextant that leads us directly to the lost civilization.
Which is why Domino wants to get his hands on the dragon bone and why Ashton is holding on to it for dear life.
Right.
So the map is no good to Domino unless he has the dragon bone and the emerald?
Well, I mean, one is worthless without the other. That's why those two objects right now are even more important than what's on that island.
Because whoever controls them controls the voyage.
Right, but we're not the only ones who know that.
So what are you going to do? I'd planned to visit Anna today.
Feliciano, why don't you do that? She needs your support right now. Colton, I'll take care of the rest. I'll handle Yasmin and his lordship. I want you to handle Charlie.
Okay.
Don't let him out of your sight. And be careful. I'll see you both later.
Yeah.
Hey.
Take it easy. What are you doing?
I don't want you to go.
Hey, I'll be back.
I just want you to hold me and hug me, and I'm so worried about you.
Don't worry, honey. I'll be all right.
That's what Duke told Anna.
Did you ever know that you're my hero? And everything I would like to be. I can fly higher than an eagle. You are the wind beneath my wings. It might have appeared to go unnoticed, but I've got it all here in my heart. I want you.
Mommy?
Hi, sweetheart.
Don't cry.
Oh,
It's okay.
okay.
Just don't be sad. Duke might come back.
No. Why would you say something like that? He's not coming back.
Well, Catherine did. Everyone thought she was dead, and she came back. Duke might come back, too.
No, sweetheart. No. Duke is never coming back.
Never?
He won't ever come back. Not the way we remember him. He won't ever really be able to give us a hug or tell us that he loves us. But he'll always be here. Do you understand what I mean? In spirit, he'll always be here, okay?
Do you believe that?
Yes, absolutely. With all my heart, I believe that. Oh, sweetheart. It's okay. Yes? Hi.
Oh, Lynn said to come in. All right.
Let's go.
Oh. Okay.
Where are you going?
Oh, didn't you... Robin had called me and asked if she could come to the cottage for a piano lesson. I guess she forgot to tell you.
Yeah, and to see Friday, too.
Yeah. If it's all right with your mom. Only if it's all right with you.
Yes, of course. It's fine. It's absolutely fine. It'd be good to get out of the house, won't it?
Yeah, I told you it'd be okay.
So I'll pick you up later?
Okay.
Okay.
All right. Let's go.
Hey.
Okay. All right.
Okay, darling.
You'll be okay?
Yeah, I'll be fine. Okay, see you.
Come on, Catherine.
All right, I'll be there in a minute. Do you need some help with anything at all?
No, I'm fine. Felicia's coming over later. We're gonna go through some Duke's things. Just you.
I mean, if there's anything I can do to help you. Okay.
Please, I'm fine.
All right, I understand. Okay.
Oh, good morning, Larry. Good morning, Sean. You're not bringing me problems, I hope.
No, nothing we can't solve.
Good. Everything seems to be going so well, I would like to think that all our obstacles were behind us.
Well, I think we're all working toward that end, which actually brings me to why I'm here.
Well, as a matter of fact, I do have rather a lot of things on today. In a few minutes, I must meet my wife down on the Aphrodite.
Oh, this won't take very long. You see, I'm working on some final calculations, and to speed things up, I thought I'd take another look at the Dragon Bone.
Well, I appreciate your enthusiasm, but I suggest that you do what I intend to do, and that is relax and enjoy these final days of preparation.
Well, I agree with that, but, still, if I could take one more look at that dragon, it wouldn't take very long.
Well, you see, the fact of the matter is that it's hidden away along with the emerald. As a matter of fact, I put it where I don't think anybody is ever going to think of looking.
Oh, I'm glad to hear that. And I assume that you and whoever else knows of its whereabouts checks on it regularly.
Well, as a matter of fact, I am the only one who knows about its whereabouts, but yes, I do check on it regularly and frequently. You know, I've really got to be going.
Well, I'll walk you out. Look, as a further precaution, I thought it might be wise, to...
I just want to thank you, Mother, for what you said to us last night about Father's will.
I didn't say anything that significant.
It was not only significant, Mother, it was very reassuring. Of course, I wasn't as concerned as Tracy, but then with her family history, she has good reason, doesn't she?
If you don't mind, dear, I'd really prefer not to discuss it.
Yes, Ellen, I don't think this is really the time.
I just want Mother to know how grateful I am. And, Mother, if there is anything else that you need to say to us about the will before it's read, please, by all means, do so.
I'd like a glass of water, please.
Please allow me, yes, of course.
You're all right, Lila. You seem a bit anxious.
Well, that's to be expected. I mean, the reading of Father's will is going to be a very emotional experience for all of us. But I want to assure you, Mother, that when this is over, I am going to bury every grievance that I have ever had with Tracy once and for all. And I may even share some of my good fortune with her and, Ned.
Such beautiful little babies. I love you all. Especially you. So pretty.
I was on my way to Anna's, and I thought I'd stop by and give you some moral support.
I'll take all I can get.
Yeah.
How you doing, Clifford?
Master Ned. Very well, Master Ned.
I can't get him to drop that master stuff.
Real.
I wouldn't be comfortable with any other form of address.
Terry, this is Clifford. Like Mary, he's a bit contrary, but he keeps his garden growing.
Hello, nice to meet you. Your garden is just beautiful. What are you planting right now?
Oh, more roses? Actually, it's my tribute to your grandfather. I'm sorry I didn't get a chance to really tell you how sorry I am.
It's okay. Thank you, Clifford.
Seems like there's very little anyone could do at a time like this. But these roses, and they were your grandfather's favorites. Especially this one. Such a lovely, soft shade of pink. He would say it reminded him of your grandmother.
I told you, not many people knew him. Thank you for telling me that. Most people would never think grandfather could be that sentimental.
He's a fine man, your grandfather. Just so sorry he had to leave us. Well, if you'll excuse me.
Clifford, it was really nice meeting you.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
Yeah. Oh. Oh,
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you very much.
They call her Daisy God's Eye. May it watch over you.
What a nice man.
Smart, too. Grandfather used to spend a lot of time with him. Said Clifford knew as much about the market as most money men on Wall Street.
Well, it seems like he cares more about his daisies than his deals. I mean, his garden is beautiful. It's gorgeous. But, of course, springtime is my favorite time of year. I mean, everything's blossoming, new changes.
Seems to me that very little changes, except for the worse.
You don't mean that now.
Yes, I do. I mean, look at what's happened in this house. Grandfather dies and life goes on. Except for grandmother, the rest of the family is only concerned about how rich they're going to get off of this.
Well, I doubt that. If I remember correctly, didn't someone way back when say something about not judging others lest he be judged?
You're right.
Mm-hmm.
I've been doing a lot of that lately. Not just with Mother, but with Father, too.
Well, Ned, from what I've heard, you know, your father, he knows what he wants, and he'll go all out to get it.
No denying that.
What do you want?
I don't know. Not money or things, that's for sure.
Well, because you have those things, so...
I like that. You're straight up.
Well, I learned to be real honest with myself. I mean, you have to have somebody that calls it like it is. So.
I don't know what it is with me. You make music. Grandfather made money. Clifford makes things grow. I don't know how, but I'd really like to make a difference in this world. Think that's possible anymore?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I think everybody wants to make a difference. It's just whether to make it for the better or for the worse.
I think something new is blossoming. It's called friendship.
Thank you.
Friday!
Oh, he's happy to see you.
Oh,
Look at his
I
little
miss
tail.
you so much.
Yeah, well, you can come by and see him anytime you like it.
I'll never be able to see my Uncle Duke again.
No, I know. And that makes you really sad, doesn't it? You know, when I get really sad, I play the piano, and that always helps me.
No, I like it right now.
I know, I know. Maybe you'd rather talk.
Well, my mom was talking about Duke's spirit. I just wish I could understand what she meant.
Yeah, well, nobody really understands what it is, but everyone has one. And some people call it a soul. The best way I can explain it is with music. You know, every piece of music, just like every person has a soul or a spirit, all of its own. Like this one. Listen to this one, okay? When you stop playing and you put away the music, is it gone forever? Or can you still hear it? Can you still hear the melody? Can you feel it in here? And that's what it's like. You may not hear the music again, but it'll always be with you, and it can stay with you right here and right here.
I think I understand what you mean now.
Yeah.
It's kind of like what Daddy said. That you can carry people around with you in your mind and heart. People that you love.
That's exactly right. Exactly right. And that's how it's going to be for Duke in you here. Well, do you feel any better?
Yeah.
Why don't we see what kind of tricks we can get our little Friday to do here? Maybe I'm going to have to bribe him with some biscuits. But let me see what we got here. Oh, no! No more biscuits. What are we going to do?
Guess we have to go to the store and get
Guess
some more.
Supermarket, here we come.
Hey, wanna go
now,
for a
Friday,
ride?
if he gets sick in my car, out he goes. Come on, Friday, let's go.
Come on, let's go. Come on.
Good to see you again, Elroy, and thank you for coming.
I thought you preferred to have the reading at your home as opposed to our office.
That was very considerate of you.
And I want to thank you for expediting my father's wishes so quickly.
Edward was an interesting, if somewhat unpredictable man.
The servants are here, Mrs. Quartermain.
Servants? Well, of course, dear. I'm sure your father included them. He'd never forget their loyalty.
Jennings, send them in, please.
We can't start without Ned.
He's not here. Well, how long are we supposed to wait for him?
He's going to be here.
Shall we wait until next week, Tracy?
Oh, look, a few more minutes won't make any difference.
Thank you, Monica.
I hope I'm not late.
Oh, you're right on time, dear. Come and sit by me.
You come back here, you bloody maniac bag. Get out of here.
What is going on? What is going on, Clifford, please?
I'm sorry, Dr. Quartermain, but I discovered that animal digging up my newly planted roses.
Clifford, where did this dog come from?
I don't know, but that beast absolutely ruined my roses. When I chased him, he ran into the house, and Cook started feeding him. I told him to call the dog catcher, but then that mongrel ran out of the kitchen. Oh, I'm so terribly sorry. Come on.
Ridiculous.
Come on.
Clifford.
Right
that way. I hope you didn't cause any trouble. Oh, dear. I'm sorry. Is this your dog? No, this is her father's dog.
Why did you run away from us?
He likes Clifford's rose bushes to eat, I think.
No, I'm sorry. We tried to catch him, but he wouldn't come. Couldn't fly.
That's okay. It's all right. Don't worry
Take him
about it.
out now, please. Thank you so much.
Oh, I was just going to call you. Mr. Quartermain's will is about to be read.
I hope Clifford didn't hurt the poor puppy. Excuse me, all. Can we please get on with this?
Yes, sir. I'm sorry, sir.
Are we ready?
As ready as we ever will be.
Then I'll begin. I, Edward L. Quartermain, being of sound mind and body, hereby state the distribution of my worldly assets.
Let's fill this with an insult, so I don't have to be grateful.
Very grateful to you, you know.
Well, you did the same thing for me under the same circumstances.
I didn't think I was going to be able to do this. I didn't really think I was up for this.
It took me a long time to put Frisco's things away, you know. It makes it so final.
Final. Yeah, it makes it final. It's a funny thing. I keep thinking that he's just going to walk in the door, and it's a mistake. It's funny. Thanks. I've been trying to explain to Robin, you know, that even though Duke's gone, he's still here. We were very happy, you know that, don't you? Yeah, he was good to me, very good to me. We brought that bed all the way back from Scotland. I hated it. It's too big for the room. I hated it. Oh, that's so funny.
What?
Well, this thing, jacket, it was a freezing cold day and we went to the cabin. But would he sit in front of the fire so we could keep warm? No. We had to go ice fishing.
You're wet.
Come on, by the fire.
Oh, take these things off you. Did the ice break?
It broke.
Oh, dear.
It's all right. It was only 4 feet of water. Can you take my gloves off?
Yes. You all right?
I want to kill myself.
Well, we had fun. Yeah. Our wedding day was nice, wasn't it?
Oh, yeah.
It was nice.
Now, Duke, you may kiss the bride. Alas.
I don't think that I should give this away. I don't think so. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to upset you. You're right.
I just hope Colton and I can share the same kind of happiness that you and Duke did.
Oh, I hope you do.
Where were we?
Well, Mr.
Why?
Prince, it looks like we're finally making some progress around here.
Yes, ma'am, little by little.
Colton, would you come into the salon with me, please? Oh, Mr. Prince, when my husband arrives, keep him out here until I've given the word, and then send the deckhands and the captain in with him. I have a surprise.
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, Colton, bring a hammer. Close the door.
What do you need?
It's good to see you.
The guys outside. It's probably not a good idea.
Oh, they're not paying any attention to us.
Well, they might get nosy. We don't want any trouble, right?
Promise me that once we set sail, trouble or no trouble, we'll find a way to be together.
all the more reason to be careful now, okay? Look, what do you need help with? I brought my tools, whatever you want.
Something that's going to make my husband very happy.
Morning, gentlemen. Morning, Charlie. Please be careful with that box of champagne. It's a particularly fine year.
Yes, sir, Lord Ashton. Oh, by the way, I've got a few messages for you. First of all, Dr. Bernuti came to see you.
Is she not here?
She came and went. She said it was too distracting to work here. Said something about working at her hotel room.
Well, she has a good point there. I'll,
Lord Ashton? Oh, I thought I heard you. Could you step into the salon for a minute, please?
All right, I hope this won't take all day. You know, I hire you. I pay you good money to solve these problems for me.
Yes, sir.
Surprise! Do you like it, Larry?
Well, I'm speechless.
I had it made for you in honor of your father.
I don't know what to say. I can't think of a more wonderful gift. Thank you very much. Well, my friends, I can't tell you how pleased and proud I am to accept this most splendid gift. I also know that my late father would have been very pleased that we sail under his crest, and indeed that we dedicate this voyage to his memory.
Well said, Lord Ashton.
Colton found the place for it. Isn't it perfect?
Oh, yes, it has. Mr. Shaw?
Yes, sir.
My wife tells me that you're responsible for finding this spot to put the crest.
You're welcome.
Would you please move it up a couple of inches immediately, if you don't mind?
Certainly.
Just a little low, I think. But that's absolutely wonderful, darling. Terrifically well.
About here.
And such provisions thereof when said minors are of age.
Excuse me, Elroy. I understand that to mean that Jason and Alan Jr. have substantial trust funds. Is that correct?
Absolutely. Of course, as you've heard, your mother's been amply provided for.
And the servants. Jennings, Cook, and Clifford. I hope now that you realize how much Mr. Quartermain thought of you. He really considered you members of the family.
I'm overwhelmed by his generosity.
Oh, yes, I never expected anything like this.
Neither did I. It's more than generous.
Well, you're entitled to every penny. Is there much more?
Could we get on to the important parts? This is very wearing on Mother.
I'm sure my sister means for us to get on to the last codicil.
Very well. Again, in Edward's own words. I want you, my children, to know that I haven't taken this action in vain or without thought or purpose. I've modeled it after a man I've admired and tried to emulate throughout my life. His name was Vanderbilt. He, like I, believed that too much money spoiled children. He, like I, wanted only the best for his children. He, like I, decided the best could only come to them if they learned the true value and satisfaction of hard work, not merely the end result of it, money. Therefore, I am breaking with Quartermain tradition and...
Wait a minute, that's not possible.
And what? And what?
To my firstborn son, Alan, I bequeath the sum of $1.
What? Go on,
Alan,
Go on, Alan, take it easy.
And to my daughter, Tracy, I want you to understand, these are your father's wishes.
Go on!
And to my daughter, Tracy, I bequeath an equal sum, $1.
Thank you, Daddy. All right, go on. There has to be more.
There is. The remainder of my estate, stocks, bonds, property, and other holdings, I bequeath to my grandson, Ned
What a day, Yasmin. First of all, I have this ghastly run-in with my ex-wife. Then there's this ceremony down on the Aphrodite with my current wife.
Hey, be careful. I'll be very jealous.
Hey, there's nothing to be jealous of. I can absolutely assure you of that. She presented me with a painting of my family crest. I mean, it was a lovely gesture, and I did my best to show my appreciation. But the truth of the matter is, Ariel doesn't give a damn about my family or the quest.
You're being too hard on her.
Am I?
Mm-hmm.
I think you're the only one that seems to mean anything to. At least you're the only one who understands what it means for a fellow to fulfill his life's dream.
I'm very proud to be a part of it. Come, sit down.
Oh, things are looking up. What now?
There's something I felt but I haven't told you yet.
Oh, Yasmin, you can tell me anything. You know that.
You cannot do the same thing for me.
What do you mean?
We've worked so long and so hard and so close together. And now you shut me out.
No, I haven't.
I think you don't trust me.
Oh, nonsense.
Larry, if you did, you'll tell me where you've hidden the emerald and the dragon bone.
Yasmin, that is ridiculous.
I'm very serious, Larry.
So am I. And I do trust you. Please believe me. And at the right time, I'll tell you everything. You just got to accept that they're very, very well hidden, where nobody will find them, and yet I can put my hands on them anytime I need.
What else is bothering you? I know there's something.
I suppose it's something to do with seeing the family crest. Family, that's the thing. It's all such a joke, you know. We both know that there's somebody out there who will stop at nothing to get their hands on the emeralds and the bone and prevent me from getting to that island and claiming what's mine.
Dearest Binky, thank you for letting me bring our son to visit. I knew it might be an intrusion, but it was wonderful to see the two boys together. You can be proud of them both. Charlie was thrilled to be with you, even for a short time. He's so like you. Even though I never understood your passion for the quest and the riches it might bring, I was touched and grateful that you promised to leave that legacy to your firstborn, my son.
It's time to shake up that self-satisfied, arrogant imposter.
This ought to take the wind out of his sails until I'm ready to sink him completely.
I'm here, darling.
I wish I could stay, but I have to go.
Oh, I understand.
And you would knock me back in the car.
Seen him. I mean, we tried to get him back. I mean, forget it. It was just a riot. He wrecked the whole garden.
And the gardeners had tried to attack him and everything.
Didn't you try to get him? Yeah,
Of course
we
we did.
tried. But what happened was the gardener was ready to call the dog police
Yeah.
on him. It was really funny, but you should have seen it.
And when we finally found him, he didn't want to come home.
He didn't want to come home at all.
I don't want to go home.
Not now. We've worked up such an appetite chasing after the dog and everything. Maybe we could go into town and have a pizza and then decide.
Right. Yeah. Would you like to do that? Yeah.
Can I take Friday?
No, not in my car. Left over nothing in my car.
Okay, I'll go explain that to him.
Okay. Thank you.
Just tried to have a little bit of fun, you know.
Yeah, it's good. I mean, you know, you've helped her, I think, and I just guess I'm not very good at that right now.
Ah, I just wish there was something that I could do to really help you, you know?
You are. You are. You're a good friend, Catherine. Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Let's have that
Go.
pizza.
Right.
And that, ladies and gentlemen, concludes the last will and testament of Edward Quartermain.
Darling.
I've got to wake up. This is just a bad dream, isn't it?
I don't think so, Ellen, unless I was asleep, too.
Thank you, Elroy, very much. I know it wasn't easy for you.
These things are seldom easy.
The staff man?
Yes, you can dismiss them now, Jennings. Thank you all very much.
I'll let myself out.
Mother, I do not believe nor understand how you could have misled me the way you did.
No. She said that we would get an equal share, and we did. And I know that Daddy was trying to make amends with me by leaving Ned everything.
You're not going to get away with it, either of you. I will fight you with everything I have.
Oh, well, then that's not much, is it? $1?
If you will excuse me, I think I shall go upstairs to bed.
I'll help you, Grandmother.
Thank you.
Yes, I'll come too.
Come on, Ellen.
Don't start.
It's only...
Don't start. You already have your millions, Monica.
Oh, you're not destitute.
It is my money, and I shall have it all.
You all right?
Oh, I'm just a wee bit weary, dear, that's all.
I'll stay with you if you like.
Oh, thank you, dear. But now, if you don't mind, I'd like to be alone.
You let me know if you need anything.
I will. Edward, it isn't funny.
It's the best laugh I've had in years.
Oh, I hope I did the right thing going along with your little joke.
You were marvelous.
I admit when you first told me what you intended to do, I was against it. And of course I thought you'd come back to remove the codicil.
So did I, my dear.
Oh, well, now that it's all said and done, I'm beginning to think that it wasn't really such a bad idea.
Thank you, darling. I knew you'd come around. Let Alan and Tracy stew in their own juices for a while.
Yes, exactly. And when they come to their senses and prove their worthiness, Ned and I will do the right thing.
We're a great team, you and I.
We are.
Dearest Binky, thank you for letting me bring our son to visit. I knew it might be an intrusion, but it was wonderful to see the two boys together. You can be proud of them both. What's this? Something's been cut out. Blank was thrilled to be with you, even for a short time. He's so like you. Even though I never understood your passion for the quest and the riches it might bring, I was touched and grateful that you promised to leave that legacy to your firstborn, my son. When he's old enough to understand, I'll give Blank the family crest ring you gave me to hold for him. I will cherish it as I know Blank will. I'm enclosing a photograph I took of the two boys after the little accident with the toy swords. I close now, sending you my love, and the deep love and affection of your son, Blank, will always hold for you. Love, Nell.
I've been waiting for you.
Came here as soon as I could.
Good news, I hope. Or better yet, the dragon bone and emerald?
No, but I found this in Larry's pocket. He wouldn't have it unless it held something very important.
I wonder what it is.
I told you I'd be back.
Where were you?
On the Aphrodite. You know, Ariel made some presentation to Lord Ashton, a painting of a family crest or something.
Lovely Lady Ashton.
Yeah, she's playing it to the hilt. Lord Ashton's not doing such a bad job either. He made some speech that was, I don't know, it almost brought tears to my eyes.
Really?
Mm-hmm. Anyway, just about made Charlie sick. He took off before he could even finish it.
Did you go after him?
No, I couldn't. I tried, and then Ashton grabbed me. He wanted me to move the painting up a few inches on the wall. Then he turned it into a big celebration. I couldn't follow him. How's Anna?
As well as can be expected.
Yeah. How about Sean? Have you heard from him yet?
No, I haven't heard from him.
What do you think?
Hi. Oh, hello.
Right on cue.
Mission accomplished.
Did you find the dragon bone?
No, not exactly, but I know for a fact that Larry still has it in his possession, which means we have clear sailing with our plan. Also means we have a little work to do.
Feels so great to think it's almost over.
Felicia, honey, it is not over till the fat lady sings and we reel in our big fish. And this is the way we're going to do it. Now, Domino wants the dragon bone and the emerald, right?
Right.
Okay. So it's our job to convince him that we have it.